maintain a vertical aspect in the water column and track at a consistent altitude and take mostly visual information. All the other sensors we're able to hang onto it are bonus, but I believe the original design was to take images. And we've kind of spiffed Popoki out, and now she's got stereo cameras and all sorts of sensors, and yeah, she's pretty sweet, pretty dialed in.
Nice. So we are 40 meters off completing the ship move.
So just out of curiosity, how fast are we going currently?
Currently 0.3 knots.
Okay, so we could run transects. The transect seemed a little slower. Were we going at the same rate?
Yeah, we were going the same.
We were going the same speed.
Okay.
I think that maybe the difference right now is that I'm kind of zigzagging and going faster to just see a little bit more side to side too. So that might be why it seems like we're moving faster now. We're actually covering the same total speed.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
And how's the current? It's like
my zigs are definitely a little bit faster than my zags.
Okay, that's a great description. Yeah, it was really whipping when we dropped down. Did you notice it as much during transects? I guess we were on auto.
I was on auto, so.
Yeah, didn't seem to be fighting it as much.
Oh, there's an octopus.
Large cluster of things.
All right, without slowing down and distracting from the real science goals, let's still get a quick zoom out.
2 octopus, there's one underneath too.
There's one underneath
and
too?
Is that a...
One back in the back there.
In the rocky crevice.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, there is one underneath.
Yeah, there's one.
Yeah.
I think there's one behind.
So 3.
Octopus compound.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, let's come wide.
Hey, Erica, can you hear me?
We can
Yes.
hear you.
Okay. I had to change earphones and I couldn't tell if he could hear me.
If they're all touching, is that a cuttlepus?
Yeah.
I did not drop a target there. Sorry, Steve.
Trying to find the name of the coral that I really liked, but I can't remember it. It's been a while.
So you did really like one.
Well, the problem is it's not a current name. It's been synonymized, so it's no longer valid.
It's valid if you think it's valid. Well, we are...
It's not too far from the truth.
Yeah. We're about 10 meters off, and we're also about 10 minutes off from finishing our watch. So we want to look around when we get to the end of this 100 meters. Do we want to...
How far are we from that high density area?
400 meters still.
There's still another 400, yeah.
Yeah.
We could probably get another 100 in and just keep trucking.
But
I would lean that way, yes.
okay, sounds good. Let's do it.
Keep moving up towards that.
Bridge nav. One 100 meters, bearing 325. How do we get them back? Saw so many in the beginning.
Right. We'll have to go back down.
What's that? Oh, it's rocks. Huh. It's rocks.
Oh, sole mio.
That was one of the other names for the grouping, a soul patch.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Still grinding about that one. Oh, oh, hagfish.
Yeah, I'm glad Petrelli Peak won in the voting over Soul Patch.
Yeah, I don't know if you can include that in a dive plan.
No, there's another octopus.
All right, Al, let's get a quick zoom.
They all want to take on Herc.
No, it doesn't.
Maybe maybe we shouldn't keep going. They're the first guards.
Yeah, there's a big one right at the top.
Yeah. I feel like we're gonna leave this watch on a cliffhanger.
Will you come up a little bit? Yeah. Seems like it is getting a little bit steeper here. Maybe just for...
Yeah, we've crossed over the
contour.
contour.
Well, I think that's the first wenching I had to do in the last hour or so.
Sorry to bother you.
Oh, there's a
oh,
SP.
puddle, cuddle puddle.
Look at all of them.
Trapping.
It's a party.
Do we want to try to see if we can sneak up and zoom in?
Sure.
What are we on now? 7?
Maybe you should do it from a distance.
Do we want to stop or just a quick zoom?
Just a quick zoom, I think.
Roger.
Okay, let's zoom in. That wasn't...
You got current blowing off.
Come wide again.
Nope.
And I do want to get back in front of Argus, so...
Yeah.
Okay, that's great.
Right.
The lasers.
Yeah, we
were
don't want
here.
to. We don't want to leave ourselves in an unknown state for the watch change.
Yeah, it's so it's an interesting posture of those fish. It looked like the female was in the center with 3 males around, and the female was kind of arched up. I wonder if that is just chance or typical. You guys still there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
we're
we're
here.
here.
Okay. It's like,
Yeah, I noticed the same thing, Liz. A few of the larger cuddle puddles definitely had the same kind of arrangement. It's interesting.
yeah, I think this is fascinating.
I haven't seen anybody go in there yet.
In the windshield?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The visibility is getting a little worse up here on top too, isn't it?
Yeah.
What the oxygen look like up here?
How far left in the ship move?
30 meters, so we can stop early if we want.
No need. They're
Oh yeah,
they're still not here
that
yet.
was video.
If we do at the end of the ship move, can we find a spot maybe to fill up the scoop,
Yeah.
to take a scoop sample?
The video's changing over. Good night, ladies.
Bye, Al.
Yeah, I would say if there's any spots that you know you want to scoop, just let us know. Our watch change is going to be soon, so we can just kind of get parked and set up for them to do it right at the swap.
Just a bare sort of ish spot where you can get a scoop without.
Yeah, this doesn't look very
bunch of
scoopable right
rocks.
here.
Yeah.
It is a scoop full of rocks.
Makes it easy to sieve.
Do we want to stop here then, ROV?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bridge, nav. Hold position. Alrighty, we're doing a watch change shoreside. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, sounds good.
Okay.
Thanks,
All right,
guys.
take
Thank
care.
you, guys. Fun watch. Wonderful. Yay. Hey, Erica,
Yes.
I'm going
Yep.
to check out so Abby can check in. Okay.
All right, sounds good.
All right. So I'm signing off. Thank you, Erica.
Good night, Liz.
Hi, Erica. Just signed in. I've just realized, as usual, I've got a million windows open, so I've got some loops I need to go through and just quickly shut everything down. Yep, I've been following along and I've got the dive recovery report open. So, Tom and I don't have that one open yet, but so we were on. So 3 transects have been done so far, is that correct? Yes. And just basically transecting up the line with 100-meter gaps in between and 200-meter transects. And 1 sponge sample. And it seemed like I have been watching, I've been kind of dipping in and out, but it seemed like you saw a few of the petroleum piles. Oh, here we go, I can see them high back. It looked like most of the petroleum piles were actually at the start. And then not much in between, but now we're sort of, we did see another one recently. So I think it's still worth continuing onwards just because of what we saw in 2018. But maybe coming back the other way if it turns out to be a, yeah, that just, yeah, that sounds good. Was there anything else that right? Yes. So it seems like Daniel is not too picky about where we scoop. It's sort of any sample is a good sample, as long as they can fill the bag. Yeah. Grab and go. Yep. Cool. Nice watch. I enjoyed listening along. It was awesome. All right. Night night. Cheers.
All right, how's everybody doing?
Good.
Good.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Ready to rock and roll here, I think.
Yeah.
I think we're just waiting for Tom to hop on shoreside.
Sure thing.
Tom's here now.
Hi, Tom.
Press the blue
Good
button
morning.
while we're waiting. Someday I'm gonna read the manual for that thing.
So, Tom, I was just talking to Erica. We might see if we can get a scoop for Daniel and the micro snails before we start the next transect.
Sounds like a good plan.
All right, do we want to look for a scoopable spot around here while the ship's stopped?
Looks like
Or,
That would be great.
okay. I'm gonna reset your DVL as soon as you get out of water spot.
yeah, I'm out. Oh, now I'm out.
Roger. Reset. Good to go. Anything in particular we're looking for on this scoop here? Just something that is scoopable, or?
Something that is scoopable. So Daniel is looking for micro snails in the kind of sandy sediments. So we won't know if there's anything in there until he looks at those samples.
Okay, roger.
Testing. Liz, is there an echo now?
Not from our end. You want to zoom in there, Steve? See how it looks for scoopage? Oh, sorry. You zoom right in, man.
I'll keep an eye on the science chat and see if Daniel's got any feedback. Daniel says if this is scoopable, this would be great.
One way to find out. Okay. Should be a scoop in there, hopefully. I don't know if there's any samples in there.
Anything in there, Taylor? In the starboard?
Nope.
Right.
Wait, which one is the scoopin?
Starboard bio box.
Is it
This.
E or F?
It was in F.
F.
Oh, no, yeah, F's empty.
Yeah,
Okay, Steve, you want to zoom back out for us? Thanks. Come on. All right, you can zoom in there on Scooperino. Oh, thank you.
hard bottom.
I didn't expect that. You call that scoopable or? Not sure how much you want there. Let's try up here.
It's deceptive.
That's better. Zoom out, Steve. Thank you.
So this looks good. The rock is fine. If we can get another couple of scoops like that, that would be ideal.
Roger. So it have to be from the same place, or can I move a bit?
I think you can move a bit.
Roger. See, well, that was where I scooped the first one. Try there again. Ah, no. What's happening? Risk creep.
Oh, you want the big screen right in front of you?
What's that?
You want the...
Yeah, you can get rid of that. It's not helping. Thanks. Why is that?
Taylor, and is this 075?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
Big scoop.
Nice.
one more in there?
That looks great.
You want another one in the?
I'll have a look on the chat.
Looks like the bag's about half full there.
Yes, please.
One more.
One more.
Another big rock.
2 big rocks. Oh yeah, that's a full bag.
I'd say that stocking's full. Maybe.
Perfect, thank you. Daniel Geiger says thank you very much.
No, pleasure.
You can describe some more minute snails.
Swim in there while we put it away. Okay, open. I don't know what that zoom's on, but
Got some fragile pink urchins. They seem to be pretty common. Tom, did you hear the catch-up chat that Erica and I had earlier?
Yes, as you were on SPL.
Okay, fab.
We're gonna
So the
find some
Petrali.
puddles.
Yes. It's sort of thinned out a bit, but I've been looking at the map from 2018 and it looks like we should be getting to some areas with some more cuddle huddles.
Yep, sounds good. We're going to the hot spot and hopefully it'll still be the hot spot.
Yeah, I suppose there is always that. It might not be exactly the same.
We can hope.
All right, then, am I hearing that we're meant to continue on to 1B?
Yes, please. And if we could, I think we've come 100 meters now from the last transect.
Yes,
So
we are.
if we
We're
could.
175 from the last.
Okay, perfect. So actually, if we could start a transect whenever works.
put the bubble around
For you?
We're going 330.
Roger.
And whenever Argus starts moving, we'll start the transect.
Sounds good.
I'm ready.
Bridge now. Step 200 meters, bearing 330, speed 0.3. Thank you.
This is a 200-meter transect.
Yeah, let me double check on that. Anything different about this transect, or is it still the standard 200 meters?
We've been doing the standard 200 meters.
Gotcha.
I think the camera's tilted a little bit further up just because we were trying to get a slightly wider field of view to look for piles of petrale.
Taylor, and what number is it?
4, transect number 4.
What's the computer doing?
I don't know.
I think it tried to make up time for when it was stuck on the rock. Hey, you want the happy with the camera where it is now?
Tom, what do you think? Looks all right to me.
There's a lot of black
Yeah,
up there at
good.
the top.
Yeah, we couldn't go much higher.
Yep.
There's a lone petrale.
Yes.
You speed up for a second.
Speed up, roger. Bridge nav. Increase speed to 0.5. Thank you.
Kind of jetted out there in front, or I took off too soon. I'm not sure which.
That's all right, I'll catch up and then slow down. Thanks for letting me know.
Transect tunes.
And another lone petrale.
Another one.
At the top there,
And
is it?
another one. Yeah, yep.
The split nose rockfish, just to throw a rockfish in.
That one looks like it has a big belly.
Well, maybe
Are they? Do they?
a good meal. Split nose are a little later. They don't have their, or release their young until, I'm going to say, springtime. So they shouldn't be too pregnant yet.
I had no idea that rockfish gave birth to live young. Is it all
They
the
do.
species or just a subset?
Every single Sebasti species.
Wow.
And they do it at different times of the year. There's a bank rockfish on the right.
Is that the one with the dark line behind its eye?
Yes.
Yes.
And the rockfish don't all get fertilized. Each species doesn't get fertilized at the same time. There's ones who are fall spawners, winter spawners, summer spawners. So they definitely change depending on the species. Banks are a winter spawner, so they'll release their young in January.
I just lost my audio, I think.
I hear you.
Bridge nav. Slow speed to 0.3.
I could speed up if we want, or were they happy with the speed?
This speed's good.
Okay, that was strange. I just lost all the audio.
Do you hear now?
Yep.
And you can hear me?
I missed the rock. Yes, I can. I missed the rockfish facts, though.
Oh, there are some great facts, always.
Hmm.
I was just saying that there's different seasons that they spawn in. So some spawn in the fall, some spawn in the winter, some spawn in the spring, and then they release their larvae in winter, spring, and summer.
And do they come to known aggregation sites?
Not much is known about most of them, so it's hard to say, but they do. You do see some that come together, like you'll see more split nose. There's an octopus and a hagfish.
Nice. How do people feel about doing some quick introductions?
Yeah, we can do that. Why don't you start on shore?
Sure. I'm Abby. I'm in the Sci 2 seat tonight. I am a contractor at the Northwest Fisheries Science Centre, and I work with the AUV team there that's run by Liz Clark. So most of my job is analysing the imagery data. My background is sponge ecology, so I'm often on the lookout for sponges, but on this particular dive, we're trying to spot some petrale spawning behaviour that we saw in some of the imagery we collected with the AUV in 2018.
Tom, do you want to go ahead and introduce?
Hey, how about if I take me off of mute? That probably works so much better. It sounded great. but I didn't get any response, so that's how it works.
Stunned silence. We were all shocked.
It was that dramatic pause that I had for that,
Yep.
that part. Yeah, I'm Tom Leidig. I work for the National Marine Fisheries Service in Santa Cruz. My main area of study has been the deep sea for many years, working on deep sea fishes, corals, and sponges. Lately, been working really on kind of the association of fishes and corals and sponges, and just looking if corals and sponges are essential fish habitat. And we do have a few petrales showing up. They're not really in a group. There's 3 that are coming up kind of along the right side. And I work with Abby's group a lot when we go out to sea. They do the work and then whatever for 12 hours, and then I do ROV work for 12 hours. We usually split that on a ship. So that's it for me.
We can go ahead in the van. So this is Renato Kane, navigator on this watch.
These people.
I'm Dan, and the Herc pilot.
And Stephen Matter in the video chair.
And I'm Taylor Ann Smith, the data logger.
Thanks all. Taylor Ann, there was some talk in the science chat about grabbing a Niskin for you at some point.
Oh, sure, yeah. If there aren't any being taken, I can gladly use them all. But if anybody wants them, yeah, just feel free to let me know where. But yeah, I'd definitely like one at the bottom, and then as we go up in the water column during ascent. But yeah, just let me know who else wants water. I can share.
That sounds good. I don't think we've taken any Niskins this dive.
Okay.
Doesn't appear that way.
So I am hearing a slight echo, and I'm wondering if maybe, Tom, if you might have a window open that's not muted or something, because I'm hearing mostly Abigail's echo and a little bit from the van here.
Not that I know of, but I will check.
Okay, thanks.
Everything I see is muted on my side, so.
I'll check mine as well.
Thanks.
This has probably been discussed, but is there a spawning season for this particular type of fish?
Yeah, it's the fall into the winter. So we usually do our surveys in kind of the late September to early November timeframe. So this one's kind of right in the middle. So hopefully we'll be able to see some spawning, but it may be that the spawning season does change a little bit year to year. So maybe we're a little too early, a little too late, who knows?
And I take it you've seen quite a bit of activity here in 2018, was it?
Yeah, they were piled on top of each other.
Wow.
And in the hot spot that we're going to. So hopefully we will see that again.
Yep, we've seen a couple of these little groups earlier on this dive. The fishery data from around here suggests that petrale densities are kind of highest from October to January. So we think that spawning is happening at some point during that period. That's another one. I'm just checking, is there still an echo now?
Nope, it sounds good now. Yep.
Excellent. Oh no, now I hear an echo.
Yeah,
I've been hearing an echo on and off.
It's coming and going. You both got using a headset or some type of headphones?
Yes.
I'm using headphones, but the mic on my laptop.
It should be all right. No? No, maybe not. Dan, you think it's no good?
Well, if there's no audio going out for the microphone to hear, it'll be all right.
Yeah, I think that should be fine.
Yeah, I haven't heard her echo through my side, but can't tell other places.
It's weird, it seems to have been all right on other dives. So the first petrale spawning aggregations we know of were discovered by fisheries up off the Washington coast, a place called Esteban Deep, where they just got huge catches from this one particular area. And since then they've discovered other aggregations, but there have been very few kind of visual sightings of petrale courtship behavior or and none of petrale spawning. So it's pretty exciting to have the chance to come and see this.
Yeah, it'd be awesome if we actually got spawning.
Yes, yeah. I mean, seeing how skittish they are when we approach, I kind of have doubts as to whether we'll see them actually, spawning. But we do know that different flatfish have different kind of court fish behaviors. So in some species, you'll have fish in pairs and they'll kind of follow each other around, or sometimes you have one fish will try and get underneath, like a male fish will try and get underneath the female fish. Typical behavior for a lot of species as well is where they kind of rest their heads on top of each other, which is kind of similar to what we've been seeing because they have sensory organs on the on the head. So we think that that's something to do with chemical cues related to reproduction, and that's why they do that kind of head resting on each other type of behavior. Oh, there might be a couple coming up here on the just to the left of the lasers now.
Yep. There was a smaller one and a larger one.
There we go. So we also think that the bigger fish might be a female.
Let me know if you want me to mark. I know they were marking.
Yes, please.
So is this one a SP008?
That's an SP. Is it? I can't see on HiPAC. We were just trying to keep track of where we were seeing these petralean groups.
Is this one on the right? Oh no, it might just be a rock shadow.
It's hard to say because there's all these long nose skate as well.
Yeah.
Oh, it definitely was a patrollie on the right.
There's another patrollie on the left. I think it's a patrollie.
Mm.
Just a loner.
Oh.
So they're becoming denser, but they're not all piled up.
Yeah. I'd say it's definitely more patrollie than we would see on a typical dive. But
yep.
Not obviously kind of spawning.
And very few sponges and corals.
Yeah, I was having a look at the list from last year. That's 2018. And as far as the corals go, there were red swiftias, the Heteropolypus, and then that Chalcogorgia japonica, the little white, the one that looks like a white swiftia fan.
Okay, we're at the end
And
of
that was about
transect here,
it.
just going to mark that. And we're still continuing on to 1B unless you let us know otherwise.
Roger that, that sounds good. Could you check the end transit time in the science chat, please?
Yep.
Thank you.